Okay, I think I'm getting it to work. Peace. Wanted to do a video on a specific aspect in astrology, the Venus in Pisces. I don't, in general, I'm just going to do specific type of signs in sinners. I can't say that word. Specific synastry, and specific planets, because I just want to give my viewpoint of that. I think the other major or general aspects of astrology are covered by a lot of channels. But I got kind of a major download right before I woke up about a week and a half ago that I thought I should share. Number one, I would highly suggest people check out the channel Astro Finesse. I really liked his video on Venus in Pisces. I thought it was very, very accurate. The Mars in Pisces was also accurate on both of those things. So I would suggest you check that out. I also really like, oh God, what's her name? True Brilliance. And she covers that aspect as well. And she covers a lot of different astrology aspects as well. Like, love those two channels. But the download that I got, it was basically like, you know, right before you wake up and you are kind of lucid dreaming. I had these words kind of in my head, and you know, when you're in that state, you can't tell if it's just your conscious mind or if it's your subconscious mind. Because usually for me with dreams, my subconscious mind is very poetic. You know, the symbols and the symbology that comes. The symbology that comes with dreams, that usually happens for me when it's my subconscious. And then when it's like a very specific phrasing, I feel like that's my conscious mind, like I'm becoming more awake. But as the day progressed, I realized that it was very on point. And basically what it was, the message was that Venus and Pisces, or those who are big-hearted in general, you have the tendency, like all these other people have said, to really want to display and share love. But you have to actually hold back. You have to hold back your love. So it doesn't mean that you completely forego the ability to love. It's just that when your Venus is in Pisces, and for Venus in Cancer, I would say as well, you have a tendency to really just go so hard in love without even trying, you know, without even trying. And the problem is, what the dream was saying, or the message was saying, was that the reason why you're supposed to do that, hold back, is because not everybody knows what to do with an excess amount of love. They don't. I think in general people think like, oh, it's nice, it's, you know, it's a good thing to experience, you know. I would enjoy receiving boundless love and excess amount of love. But if you're not used to that, which the majority of the world is not used to, it can be abused, but it can also just not really be valued, you know. People don't know what to do with it. So what ends up happening is you become what I call, that's that song, the Erykah Badu song. I'm a recovering undercover over lover. Mosquitoes. You know, like that is so accurate. Recovering from a love I can't get over. But then there's this line that I just was dying because I could relate to. Like, it makes me laugh, where she says, I'll pop for you and break for you. And I hate for you. And I hate you too if you want me to. Like, that has been, I've been there before. I have absolutely 100% been there. Where it's like, mentally I should be able to hate you, but I don't. But if you want me to hate you, sure, I could do so, you know, kind of thing. Because you're so, you know, emotionally attached to the person. So the wisdom in holding back on your love and not just giving it out so freely is that your intuition, because Venus and Pisces, Venus in Cancer, and even Mars in Pisces have strong intuition. It's beyond discernment. It's, you know, like people say they lack discernment. No, it's not lacking discernment. Venus and Pisces in Cancer and Mars and Pisces have more than discernment. They have intuition. The problem is we don't trust our intuition. You know, because we over empathize. We put ourselves in other people's shoes too much. Like we whatever their pain is our pain. You know, whatever makes them mad makes us mad. You know, whatever is funny to them, we all of a sudden find funny. You know, we're like Pisces suns. You know, where it's like we're fluid and we absorb too much. You know, so it's protective. It's a protective mechanism. For you to guard your heart. I'm really trying not to let these mosquitoes bite me. It's a protective mechanism for you to really guard your heart. Not to the extent that you are completely closed off, like people can't get to know you, any detail about you. I don't recommend that. Just more so, you know, you have a propensity to just be gushing with love, you know. Especially if you feel it. Like if you feel like, oh my goodness, like there's a propensity there to really love. Even, you know, with friendships too, you know. If you are that type that really is like that, you are supposed to hold back on love, on your displays of love. The way I also think about it in terms of the majority of people, human beings in this human experience, and their journey with their own heart, I think of it as a kind of like a skewed bell curve, where, you know, it goes like this, where the majority of people, like let's think of it as the bottom of a pyramid, are going to be over here as the average propensity to love and receive love. You, Venus in Pisces and Venus in Cancer, are going to be down here. You're going to be at the high extremes, the high propensity, but few people are like that. So few people are like that, and few people are able to receive that, then it puts you in a very vulnerable position. And it puts you in a place where you can give your love in vain, and not in a way that, you know, where it's just like, oh, that's wrong. But again, some people just don't understand what to do with lots of displays of love, you know. Like, even if you're going to the all-out extent to show them, like, hey, I love you, or just, you know, I got your back kind of thing. You know, the most that some people will do will be like, okay, I get it, you know, like, I appreciate that, okay, but it's not really like few, like I said, few people really can receive that, you know, and know what to do with it. I mean, and be honest about knowing what to do with it, and being honest about it serving them. And that's all right. But if you can master your propensity to just give love, and just you know, be an overflow of love because you feel like you're supposed to, and because you feel like, oh, this is going to motivate humanity. It is, but you have to be smart, like I just kind of alluded to. You have to be smart and determine if whoever you are giving love to, and I'm talking about in the general sense of the word love, is worthy of it and knows what they're doing with it. That's okay. Because Venus in Pisces, and especially Mars in Pisces, don't give themselves permission to stand up for themselves. Sometimes it's almost to the extent of codependency, you know. So you have to understand that your heart is great. I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm just saying that your heart is a great one to work with. It's a gem. And if you know that, and by the way, Venus in Pisces is the exalted sign, the exalted position of Venus, meaning Venus works best in the sign of Pisces. And I believe that because Pisces energy is very, very forgiving. It's very naturally loving. It's a really mothery type of placement. So, and the major difference with Cancer sign, I think, is that it's much, much more like forgiving. And I'm not saying Cancer is not forgiving. Cancer is definitely motherly energy, but Pisces is like a boundless forgiving and loving energy, and wants everything to be, you know, harmonious. So Venus in Pisces is an exalted position. So given that, you can have tendencies to you know, kind of get lost in that. So it's to your advantage and your benefit to be authentic, you know. Be sweet as you are. Be authentic. That's fine. But you don't have to do extra. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to try so hard to show your love to people. You just have to embody love, period. You have to be the example of why a loving person in love embodiment is peace. Apologies, my phone died earlier. So, but to continue on with what I had last been saying, I was just saying that, what was the last thing I said? Not having to work so hard to show your love, you know, to anybody that you feel love for. It's okay to just kick back and protect your heart. Still have that quality intact. It's just you have to be more selective, and you have to trust your intuition to know when it should come out more, you know, or who deserves it more. Now, I'm a Capricorn sun, so that very well may be my Capricorn sun giving that stern warning. But again, I don't think that download came out of nowhere. I think it was a good point, because I was like, yeah, not everybody knows how to deal with somebody that loves you so much. I mean, even me, like, there's been times where I didn't know how to deal with that. So, just recognize its power, you know, that, and trust it too. Because the one thing I can say about Venus and Pisces, I think, is we're confident in the endless supply of it, or just the abundant supply of it, of love. And that's okay to have. You just have to be more, like I said, because you're on that end extreme of having an idea of exchange of love. Not everybody can relate to that. So it would be wise and best for you, optimal for you, to be protective of it and not go so hard at every opportunity while still getting to know people. Again, that's romantic, platonic interest, whatever, familial love, that's okay. Just be protective of your heart and still have your mind intact to have certain standards there so that you can get served as well. That's going to be optimal for you in the long run, and not have you ragged and run ragged because you're just out here just not doing a temperature check with yourself. So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to share. Hope that it's helped and hope that it served people with displacement, or people dating displacement, or whatever, connected to somebody with displacement, or siblings with displacement, so that you can understand kind of what they would need to evolve. That's all. Everybody take care. Until next.